If you're running a nonprofit, you know those three letters, IRS, can be a little intimidating. And the thought of missing a filing deadline? Yeah, that's enough to keep anyone up at night. But here's the thing, it happens. And more importantly, it's fixable. So today, we're going to walk through exactly what happens when that deadline slips by and lay out a clear plan to get your organization back in good standing. Let's dive in.
So, is this you? Did you just have that heart-sinking moment where you realized a Form 990 deadline came and went? First of all, breathe. You're not the first person this has happened to, and you won't be the last. But what you need to understand right now is that a clock has just started ticking. And this is the most critical piece of information you need to grasp. Missing an IRS filing isn't just about a late fee. It literally starts a 3-year countdown. And at the end of that countdown, the potential and very real loss of your tax-exempt status. From this moment on, every single day counts.
So let's talk about that first year. What happens right after you miss that first deadline? The good news is it's not an immediate catastrophe, but it is the first domino to fall in a chain you really want to stop. Let's pull back the curtain and see what's actually happening.
Okay, so first things first, that 3-year clock we talked about, it's now officially running. At the same time, late filing penalties start piling up day after day. Now, your public status on the IRS database will probably still say active for now. But here's the catch. Savvy foundations and major donors, they check for your latest Form 990. And if it's not there, that's a huge red flag. And please, do not wait by the mailbox for a reminder. The IRS is not required to send you one. The ball is 100% in your court.
And let's talk about the money, because this is where it really starts to hurt. For smaller organizations, you're looking at a penalty of $20 a day. But for larger orgs, those with gross receipts over $1 million, that number jumps to $105 per day. This isn't just some administrative fee. This is real money being siphoned directly away from your mission.
All right, now imagine a whole year goes by and you miss the deadline again. This is where the urgency just skyrockets. The situation goes from serious to critical. The countdown clock is now screaming at you. You are just 1 year, one more missed filing, away from automatic revocation. That window of opportunity to fix this, it's closing, and it's closing fast. And then comes year 3. If you miss that third consecutive filing deadline, you've hit the point of no return. This isn't a review, it's not a warning, there's no slap on the wrist. It is an automatic, system-driven termination of your tax-exempt status. Full stop. Let's just look at this timeline, because it lays it all out. Year 1, you miss the deadline. The clock starts, penalties begin to build. Year 2, you miss it again. Now things are critical. Year 3, you miss the final deadline, and bang, it's over. Automatic revocation. There's no appeal at this stage, no hearing. The system just does it.
The difference this makes to your organization is just devastating. It's like night and day. Before revocation, you could take tax-deductible donations, you were eligible for grants, your income was tax-free, you were a legitimate public charity. After revocation, all of that is gone. Donations are no longer deductible. You're shut out of most grants. Your public status literally gets stamped with the word revoked, and your income might now be taxable. Your ability to operate is fundamentally crippled.
Just look at this number for a second. $52,500. That's the maximum penalty a larger organization could face for just a single late filing. Think about what that money could have done. That could be a salary, a new program. It's a staggering reminder of the real financial cost of letting this slip. I know we've said it, but this is so important it needs its own moment. You cannot, and I mean cannot, count on a warning from the IRS. So many organizations find out they've been revoked when a grant application is rejected or a donor calls them up. You have to be proactive. You have to own your compliance.
Okay, that was a lot of doom and gloom, I know. So let's all take a deep breath. Because here's the good news. There is a path back from the brink. Getting back into good standing isn't some secret mystery, it's a process. So let's shift gears from the problem to the solution.
Here is your 4-step game plan. It's straightforward. Step 1, figure out where you stand. Go straight to the IRS tax-exempt organization search. Just Google it, it's TEOS, and see what it says. Are you active or revoked? Step 2, prepare all of your missing returns, not just the most recent one, every single one you missed. Step 3, file them all, immediately, at once. This stops the clock on those penalties and shows the IRS you're serious. And finally, step 4, and this is only if you were revoked, you have to file a brand new application for exemption, like a Form 1023, and ask to be reinstated.
Now, when you do apply for reinstatement, the golden ticket, the thing you're really aiming for is for it to be retroactive. So what does that even mean? Think of it like a time machine for your tax status. You're asking the IRS to restore your status all the way back to the original date it was revoked. Why is this so huge? Because it can make all the donations you received during that blackout period tax deductible again, which protects both you and your donors. It's a lifesaver.
But we need to be realistic here. This whole process takes time. It's not an overnight fix. As you can see, it can easily take 3 to 6 months from start to finish. And look at that chart. The vast majority of that time is just you waiting for the IRS to process everything. And all that time, you're in limbo. You can't really fundraise effectively. You can't apply for grants. This delay is exactly why preventing this mess in the first place is so incredibly important.
So, once you've gone through all that hard work and you're back in good standing, congratulations! The job isn't done. The final, and maybe most important step, is to turn this crisis into a lesson. It's time to build a rock-solid system to make sure this never, ever happens again.
And this is what that system looks like. It's simple, but it's powerful. First, create a filing calendar. Put reminders in it at 90, 60, and 30 days before your deadline. Next, assign one person clear, unambiguous responsibility for the Form 990, but, and this is key, also designate a backup who knows what's up. Then, make compliance a standing item on your board meeting agendas. Talk about it quarterly. And finally, you know what? Don't be afraid to ask for help. A good accountant or consultant is an investment in your peace of mind and your organization's future.
You know, at the end of the day, it really all boils down to this one question. Because compliance isn't just about forms and deadlines. It's not just boring paperwork. It's the foundation that your entire mission is built on. It's what secures your ability to raise money, to do the work you were created to do, and to maintain the trust of your donors and your community. So is that foundation solid? Make sure it is.